We're live. So first of all, hello everybody, whoever might be watching this either live or later on. We're finally back. We took a long, a long break from this project, but we are back. We don't have the full cast from Session Zero, but we do have Chris and Dom. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Doing
Yay!
great, yeah. Looking forward to it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna take off from where he left mostly, and we'll see where this goes. So, Aaron, few years, centuries have passed. The land now has some calm and stillness over it. The the ever-changing powers of Sepis slow down by the stretching of time. The many creatures that respond from the gods are beginning to form into groups, barely even civilizations. Dragons, the Chtonians, men, automaton, and we open the scene with Starchild.
I am flying through the domain of my father, Sepis. I've been chasing the serpent, my brother, since my inception. Behind me, leaving the land of ARAN. Behind me, a streak of cold icicles glittering. I have chased down the serpent for these many years, and I've grown weary, not of physical exhaustion, but of boredom. I see all the toys that my father left, all of the other things he has deliberately left behind untouched, not knowing why they're there, not knowing why the serpent was made so much faster than me, why the first man failed when I was born. So after these many years, I've changed my trajectory and begun to descend from the heavens. I swoop and fly above a streak of icicles flowing behind me, creating small flourishes, mirrors, designs mirroring that of the fauna below. I see a city, very brash, a bunch of people, a bunch of buildings. I mimic the shape, the walls of the city in the air with my trail in greeting.
Lon, sit atop the crudely stacked stone walls encircling the city of Nullith. I clutched my knees together, staring up at the night sky, seeing the sparkling frost forming shapes, symbols, imitating the many things of the earthly realm. Uh, I uh, I rise, my 7 feet towering over the small ladder that has been placed, and I proceed down the ladder uh, to the interior surface of the city. Um, walking by my fellow Chtonians, I gesture for them to follow to the great greeting chamber that we have constructed for visitors.
The Chtonians, following their eldest, walking in rhythm, almost like a march.
I descend into this brash city. My toes hovering gently atop the floors of of the floor of the meeting chamber. My body is pitch black with stars at each joint dazzling out. I have no mouth, but glimmering eyes, and a blackness that mimics hair, short and wavy. In my hand, I gently hold a spear pointed downward. I look around in the meeting chamber, curious.
Sitting cross-legged on the outer rim of the meeting chamber, flanked by sputtering torches, Lon and the other Chtonians stare impassively, their onyx eyes cut like gemstones, staring down at the strange divine being that has arrived in the meeting chambers. Lon brings his head down slowly in a nod of greeting and says, "Oh, celestial being, unlike those of dragons, we can see your divine flair from the from the roofs of our city. We greet you and ask what gifts we can provide of you." Lon then brings his head down.
The room sparkles not only with Starchild's own light, but with gemstones providing light. 5 Chthonians in the back of the room, etching on clay tablets, recording.
I don't know what you can provide me. I have never touched your land. I was born for a single duty, and I've thus far failed it. Have you seen the serpent that blots out the stars?
Lon gestures expansively to the meeting chamber and says, "Yes, we have noticed this serpent that chases the sun. However, our people have turned away from such things and seek only the dark and the peace and the creations of industry. Even this city, the city of Nolus that we have constructed, it exists for the sake of visitors, divine or mundane, that seek to visit us. The city proper lies deep underground. So, to answer, yes, we have seen the serpent, but we pay him no heed."
What do your people, the people of Nolus, know of the dragons?
It is. Lon brings his eyes down in disappointment. We have been enemies. The arrogance of the dragons who take to the skies, who, with such incredible physical strength and vitality, soar through the air, doing what they will. Our people are simpler. We seek to contain. We seek to control. We seek to learn and seek mastery. In terms of the dragons, they are our hated, arrogant rivals.
Although I do not hate it, I suppose that the serpent is my rival. I believe he is my brother. We both share a lineage. But while I don't know why I was tasked to chase him, the only thing that thing does, other than ignore my pleas, is that I dislike, is that it blocks the brilliant stars from shining on occasion. Its large body moves, like you said, chases the sun at times, but in that time, its large body blocks the brilliance between earth and sky. And I don't like that very much. I would like it that all the people of the earth could always see the stars and learn of them, like as I wish to. Though it seems like be no concern of your people of Nolus, as you don't indulge in their radiance willingly often. Perhaps your hatred for these dragons may be of my aid.
There's kind of a small twisted smile appears on Lon's face, but it disappears in just a moment. He looks down and says, well, if perhaps the problems of the sky and the problems of the earth, perhaps we can help each other with our problems.
Mhm.
Please let us proceed downwards into the deep caverns. I wish to show you one of the shrines of Kamu. Lon rises and gestures to the Chtonians to accompany him down a yawning staircase lined with many torches at the beginning, but fewer and fewer torches as it goes down into the deep earth. My Chtonians will be your servants and comfort you and lead you to your guest chambers if you wish to stay here. We shall visit the shrine tomorrow.
Well, I will stay above land and continue to chart my sibling, to keep track of him.
My eyes narrow a little bit. You reject the hospitality? We have mushroom soup. We have delicious ice cold water from the underground springs. We have woven stone wool that creates incredible fabrics and clothes that you may wear. You do not wish for these things?
I would gain no comfort from them. I am not of the earth. I am of Sepis.
Lon claps his hands, and the great tunnel leading downwards slams shut with stone doors forming out of the sides. Very well, then you may stay here upon the surface. You will not see the holy shrine of Kamu. And perhaps our gifts cannot bring you comfort. Lon begins to stand and gestures towards the Chtonians. Perhaps my people can find something for you here on the surface, but I must retire briefly. I will speak to you later.
Do as you will. I will not leave your city above the ground. I will be here, awaiting at the highest point, looking for you tomorrow, when the dragon descends again. Or, I apologize, as the serpent descends again.
Giannis, see to our guests' many needs. I must go pray at the temple of Kamu.
Lon bows down, forehead almost touching the ground. A lanky yet muscular figure holding a spear with a gem on the end of it, a diamond, jingling with gold and other precious metals.
I begin to ascend, flying upwards above the city, scanning for its highest point.
Lon proceeds down the dark hallway into the earth, but before it reaches his the lowest point, he turns to the right, walking towards a laboratory. He puts both hands down upon the ground, and soapstone begins to flow and form an image of the Starchild as he stood within the greeting chambers. Lon attempts to breathe life into this simulacra, this image. Yes. I'm going to make a will check, but we can cut back to me in just a moment.
I scan, and I find a tree. All of these buildings being very low to the ground. I ascend from the meeting chamber to this tree and hover atop it. I watch as the sun is chased by my sibling. I smile, thoughts of night coming, thoughts of stars. I stretch out, laying like a plank atop this tree, levitating above it, frost descending like snow atop of the tree. My spear lays flat against my body as I outstretch my arms behind my head, watching my sibling.
Chtonians on the surface, 5 holding more tablets, etching in them, recording everything. In the horizon, the highest peak, Mount Ulorn, speckles, flying speckles circling on top of the peak. Every now and then converging, some perch on it as others fly off, scouting the skies.
The physical form of the simulacra takes shape with details? Question mark. A finely detailed image of Starchild appears in the laboratory. Its form is halting and awkward, but yet it moves with its own strength. Lon smiles and stares upon the stone image copy of Starchild. Although it is, he speaks to himself. Although it is weak now, you will be able to take the place of Starchild one day. He leaves the laboratory, its ceiling shut. The stone walls sealing and creating a perfect spherical prison chamber for this copy of Starchild. He then walks back up to the surface, peeking out of a dark cave on a grassy hill.
I continue laid back, relaxing, glancing around occasionally, flipping over to my stomach and looking at the Chtonians below me, checking beneath the tree that I float above.
Lon wipes his face, and it forms the image of a different Chthonian, a disguise that he has used many times. He strides out of the cave and begins to sweep across the grassy hill. In the dark, he can see his other people going about their tasks. He looks up towards the dark tree.
Night. The night sky, besides a large wave-like streak of darkness, is full of shining lights. Some in the shapes of the things, earth and animals and chimeras and dragons. Very bright night.
I look down at the Chthonian nearing the tree that my snow has it claimed at this point, and I wave to him. Do you love your lord, that Lon man?
Lon, in his disguise, waves back and says, "He is a tough lord, but fair. He has led our people well. Tell me, spirit, all the way up there, do you love your own lord?"
I don't have one.
Ah, but what of your even in a small family, the father is your lord. What do you think of your father?
I don't know. I suppose in a way I have two. The man, the creature that I was born from the blood of, and the man that molded my shape. I don't know how to feel about either of them. One has given a task to my brother, that serpent now rising from the horizon there, and the other to chase down that serpent for reasons I do not know yet. The only thing that I have gleaned from all this is that Sepis, in his machinations, created a very pretty sky at night. One that I'm bound to, and one that has myriad opportunity, as does the land of your master. For example, and I take the spear and I point to a star at the head, and I begin to connect the dots of the myriad landscape, the frost imposing against the heavens, and becoming the outline, the silhouette of Lon. He has a very distinct figure, very easy in my mind's eye.
Lon is the oldest of us, and he's the grandfather of our race, and he has led us for a very long time. He is great. He is wise, and he is cunning. But he teaches us the same. This is the place of the Chtonians. This entire world, we are still learning, but we will sweep down from the mountainous areas all the way to the sea, where the other intelligent beings dwell.
Why would you do that? My eye still trained on the outline that I've made.
We were never given this world, but we will take it because we desire it. After that, I suppose we will find our new goals, but power comes first.
Was anybody given anything in this world?
Lon makes dismissive gestures up towards the sky and the down towards the water. Yes, the humans, they were granted so much, and the dragons, they were birthed from Kamu himself. But we, the Chtonians, we were unbidden. We were not created by any conscious desire. And for that, we are different than all the rest.
Well, suppose that's not unjust. I have not seen the machinations of the humans, or if they have abused their bidden duty, if any. Well, my only regret now is that Lon is busy within his caves and won't be able to see the thing that I've made for him, as temporary as it is. As the serpent begins to near it, the foot of the design that I've created within the heavens, the serpent begins to eat at the threads that tie the stars together, shattering the design that I've made.
The lawn in disguise gestures up towards the sky. Yes, it is quite beautiful. It is a shame that he will not see it, but I'm sure that his chroniclers will will record everything and place it within our great libraries to be reviewed by Lon.
That's good. Well, I will be here. Do not allow me to take you away from the duties that your master may have given you.
The Lon in disguise bows down and says, "Oh, thank you, Great Spirit, but my duties are simple. I had simply to gather some grass cuttings for a weaving task. So I shall simply remain around the tree, watching over it." Lon begins to busy himself with gathering leaves of grass from around the tree.
I entertain myself for the rest of the night with drawing further towards the west, different designs, the shapes of the buildings.
One of the figures that swirled around Mount Ulorn approaching. A vast winged creature coming towards the Chtonian city.
I keep my
Its
spear.
flapping of wings echoes in the vastness of the earth.
Unbothered, I keep my spear pointed, still drawing.
Hearing the flapping sound, Lon retreats down into the cave, proceeding deeper and deeper into his dark bunker. As he walks, he presses his arm against the wall. Undulations and coded messages of alarm sweep upwards towards the surface, and there is a rumbling as the alarm of the city of Nullis sounds a deep earthquake alarm for the defenders.
I look at the snow of the tree that I float above begin to rattle off and pout.
The figure rapidly approaching. A dragon, white like marble. It bellows, echoing, really announcing its presence.
Lon, with his hand up against the surface of the stone, can hear it. He concentrates and places both hands against the earth. Through a long range creation, a telepresence golem forms in the greeting chamber. Crude and very clearly not Lon, but Lon sees through it and hears through it. The golem stands stiffly at the center of the chamber, watching the dragon as it arrives in the city.
Seeing the dragon approach, disturbed by my snow falling away, I sit up from my levitating prone position and sit cross-legged, holding my spear up against my chest and over the shoulder. And I turn my head to kind of lazily glare at the dragon.
Dragon lands outside of the city walls, quaking the earth. Its scales shine like polished metal. Its eyes are deep blue. And it stands on its hind legs and flares its wings, showing its size. And it starts speaking with an ancient accent. I am messenger of Logos Drakamu.
I look around, looking at the gate that the dragon is on the opposite end of, looking for any of the citizens of the city to see if they're approaching it.
There's general commotion. Many Chtonians going into trained positions, going up on towers.
Disturbed, I begin to levitate directly towards the dragon from the tree.
Hearing and sensing the activities above, Lon extends his power even further outwards, ever more attenuated his sense of control over the stone, but he, in front of the guard post in front of the city walls, a stone surface forms two eyes and a small mouth, which the weak voice of Lon issues forth. Why have you come here, dragon?
Dragon goes on all four again, slowly walking around the city walls. Its long neck gazing at the Starchild back at the gate. My message is not to you, bastard Lon. It is with the stars and
the face recedes very very subtly within the stone, but the two thin eyes are still watching.
I levitate onto the opposite side of the wall, look at the dragon, look at the eyes, and kind of giggle a bit at the tiny eyes, look back at it, the same squint, distracted.
the dragon raises its long neck, showcasing its soft side, and looks down again. Starchild.
Hmm? Yes?
Our master, the true inheritor of the world, wishes to commune with you.
Why would that be?
That is something that I do not know.
Well, the people on the other side of this wall don't really seem to like you, so you probably should leave.
The thin voice of Lon issues forth from the small face on the stone wall. Do you see their arrogance? Do you see their arrogance, Starchild? They call themselves the inheritors of the world.
I suppose. I don't know. It is quite arrogant, but I don't I don't know what is necessarily. I don't know what to think. But what I'm concerned about is what these people might do to you, Mr. Dragon. So I will go if you have somewhere to lead me. If that means avoiding whatever fight may happen, if you stay here.
Dragon flares its wings. The treaty shall not be broken tonight, Lon. I am but a messenger. Starts flapping more, raising a cloud of dust, slowly levitating off ground.
Well, do you want me to follow you, or am I to meet your master at another point?
Please follow me. Starts swooping.
Well, don't think that this means anything anything wrong with me and your master, wall mouth. I still intend to seek his aid against our common goals. I'll be back.
Starchild, you are not like them. You are unbidden. You are like us. Remember that.
I mean,
And the wall fades into nothingness.
he was that mouth seemed very confused. I am very quite bidden. That's please lead me, dragon.
Dragon starts flying towards the highest peak, Mount Ulorn. A straight line.
I straighten my body out and begin flying alongside the dragon.
One of the high advisors approaches Lon. What fearest thou, master?
We, in order for our people to take their rightful place as the rulers of this world, the dragons are the largest obstacle. If the divine forces of the world side with the dragons, we will have a much tougher time. So we must do our best to show the arrogance of the dragons to them. That is what I fear.
The dragon, wings still echoing, Mount Ulorn rapidly approaching. On the peak, the vague shape of a curled up titanic dragon, as many other dragons colored like gems of the earth, perched around, all around fires lit in the center of the highest peak. Behind the large fire, the largest of all the dragons, colored like the sea, sits.
I look to my messenger, to the courier that brought me here, and nod as I fly towards the much larger body. My gaze is distracted, looking to the left and right as I see all of the protruding gemstones lit up and refracting the star-filled sky, smiling at all of them.
The last few dragons circling on the sky, perched behind Logos. Logos raises its neck, exposing its weak underneck. Looks back. I am Logos Drakamo, the firstborn, the ever spoken.
And I am the Starchild, the second born of Sepis. Why have you called me here?
Nods slowly. We wish to talk about the skies, the heavens.
Oh, well, okay. I'd actually just got done speaking very briefly with your rivals, those Chthonians, those Earth people. They were very kind to me. Uh, how can I help you?
Some of the dragons snap, sniff from their large nostrils when they hear Chtonians. Logos stomps the ground. They get in silence. The Chthonians are fleas which we suffer to live. Their domain is below ground, yet they venture above ground.
Very reluctantly, I believe. I I sought their wisdom as I did not like that serpent that eats my threads, that denies my art, and that blocks the stars that my father made from vision. Do your dragons enjoy the things my father has made?
They all look up collectively, and Logos continues. We very much enjoy the light. Reminds us of our father. He taps the ground once again.
I'd imagine too. I don't know if they have lights within the underground, but perhaps they do, and they have their fill of such wonders in that secret place. I came to them because I wanted to know if, in their rivalry with you, if they had secrets against my older brother, the serpent. I believe that maybe the serpent has qualities similar to your kind. Is that just a guess? A wrong one?
Though I much studied the world during its first day, I did not meet the serpent. But the skies intrigue us.
Yes.
We wish to build a home up above.
Oh, that would be excellent. And if you do not mind the cold, I could certainly assist in that venture.
Long.
Deep within Lawn's, the city underneath the city, Lawn stands at a podium. He looks out over the vast chamber where hundreds of Chthonians stand before small altars, each of them ready to perform their own geomancy. He says, he speaks, orates to the crowd. The time has come for the Chthonians to learn of their birthright, to learn of their control of the earth, and to create the servants that they so desire. I teach you kiln shaping, and the Chtonians begin to shape golem-like figures out of the earth using their hands. Each of the individuals working makes a slightly different figure with variations of skill and power. But Lon smiles as his plan is coming together. The Chtonians are learning the geomancy of their own.
The money you learn. Lavos continues. Bringing the serpent down would benefit both you and my kind, the Drakamo, the true dragon.
Yes. I fear that and I'm willing to, I fear that if I try to create you a home within the heavens, then that serpent will just eat it. Perhaps that may be a solution. I do not want to kill. I did not want to kill my brother, my sibling, but if that is what needs to be done.
Senseless. Main its flesh and it returns. We have to contain it.
Well, if it returns, it'll be returned another time, but we can contain it. Perhaps there is truce to be made with the Chtonians. Perhaps they can contain it within their halls.
Chtonians are stubborn. When they first came, they fled. They've hid deep within the stone. We suffer them to live. Yet, they are spiteful. Be wise for you to not fully trust them.
Then
why hide in the shadows unless you have something worrisome?
They may not be hiding. They might be doing it simply out of their comfort. They were born within it. It makes sense that they like to return to it.
Yet, every cycle, their walls get bigger.
Well, whenever I create anything within the heavens, whenever I drop points between the stars, the serpent eats it. So, bait, I can create. What would you plan to do after that? What can your people do?
I have been recording everything since Earth was formed. Many secret words, spells. I know you. I can partake with you. He gestures with his large wing to a large number of dragons. A small army I can give to you.
Okay. Then we will make the serpent crash down. We will remove that gift that my father gave it and deny its duty.
Long.
That may be.
Deep within the chambers of Nilus, the golem servants and the Chtonians controlling them begin work at giant looms and spinning wheels. Before the Chtonians, through deep focus, Lon leading them, take the stone and form thin rock wool threads that are woven on spinning wheels into deep fabric, deep gray, dark fabric, heavy and resilient. They are creating great ropes, which they bind together into a large net. Lon smiles as he looks at the progress being made.
Sounds of industry echoing within the cavernous halls. Starchild.
I look from the mountaintop towards the city of Nolus. I look back to the stars and I begin to point with my spear, creating a land, creating a portrait of a flat land, a foundation behind the serpent. I turn to the large dragon. He has already flown past the foundation. It is there where he will fly to. The serpent will fly tomorrow night and seek to consume what I've made, as he always does. But, and I point above it, above the foundation that I've drawn, and begin to, with my spear, draw out the frame of a large cage. If we can catch up to the serpent, I may be able to bring this cage down upon it. And you can utilize whatever magics you have to ensure that that cage remains. I've never moved the stars in such a way. I've only traced them, but I think this is worth it.
Once the serpent is inside the cage, we shall put inside of it the concept of slumber, and it shall sleep unwillingly, peacefully as well.
Good. And then we can use that foundation to be your home.
Perhaps yours as well. We are Sky Kin.
Not for me. I was born above foundation and will never return. Or never begin to step foot on it.
Large claw scratches its chin. Do as your wish.
Tomorrow night, at the falling of the sun tomorrow, I will return here and we will rise to the foundation that I've made.
Logos raises its head and roars. All the other dragons follow suit. Strangely harmonic. Lawn.
The army of golems created by the Chtonians begin to drag out the immense stone weave net and bring it into the welcoming chamber. And the golems stand arms crossed. This is an incredible gift for the Starchild. So we hope that he shall take it. Lon murmurs to the assembled Chtonians. If he does not, then he shall count himself as an enemy of ours among the dragons.
Chronicler, writing down on an emerald tablet. Confidential.
I keep my eyes trained on the stars, with my spear creating tiny little additions to the foundation that I've made, holding myself back from creating too intricate design, all very simple.
Logos stands up. Starchild, would you join me on a sky stroll?
All right. Anything to keep myself distracted for now?
Follow me. And it flies to the opposite, on the back, towards the back of the big mountain. The other dragons stay behind.
I follow behind. Not too fast now. I believe that your kin are much faster than myself.
It slows down, like surfing the air as to not go too far ahead. Gaze upon the north. Do you notice the dark blotch on the land?
You too? Is that my
It changes. Yes. It changes things, the air, earth, ever so slowly, changed nonetheless. The home we're building is going to be free of it. Have you gazed upon the beasts?
Sometimes.
Some of their flesh fall off, yet they keep on walking in pain.
Yes. I've seen men. I've seen how they change. They're quite talented at the use of my father's body. They get bored, I think. They don't like the forms they were made with.
Take with you a secret I do not tell even my kind. I plan with the knowledge of creation to create a resting place
For yourself?
so that change, so that illness cannot affect us no longer.
And when you say us, you mean the dragons.
And the other mortals, the ones who are not insidious and vitriolic, the worthy children of Kamu.
That can be done.
Lon.
The net laid out across the city of Nillis, the golems standing watch, the net perfectly illuminated, a gift laid out beneath the earth. Lon gestures towards the Chtonians, and tunnels begin to open up in all directions underneath the surface of the earth. Small groups, families of Chtonians walk through, off to make their own individual homes outside of the city of Nillis. They walk confidently in the dark, groups of 4 to 6 to 8, each finding their own way, their own nuclear family homes across the underworld. This was the plan. This was Lon sits at the podium as the great chamber empties out, smiling.
The advisor approaches, bowing. I'm afraid, he points toward one of the entrances. Lord Lon, I'm afraid that approaches somewhat close to Mount Yulor. That it would be a breach in the treaty with the dragon.
The city of Nillis is no more, and the treaty is no more. Let my people spread across the subsurface of the land. Let them find their own things. I care not for the opinions of the dragons. Let conflict come.
I smile, appears on the advisor's face as it bows once again. Logos flying, now making a new turn in the sky. I shall let you attend your own machinations now, Starchild. But let not what I've taught you propagate. I've studied creation, and I see a great curse if the darkness is not taken care of. Worry not the other souls of ARAN. I beg of you.
Well, this isn't hard to find. It's just to the north. Anybody, man or beast or dragon, that just looks to the north can see this. Anybody who knows a little bit about my father can know this. But what of the people who cannot see to the north?
We will have time before the worst.
But Logos,
tomorrow.
Logos, I speak of those who are willfully ignorant. Those of us who cannot see over to the north. Do your rivals Can they even comprehend this in their tunnels?
Once the palace is built, I shall send my messenger. If they are willing to talk, then I talk.
Okay.
It makes a new turn and flies back off to Mount Ulorn.
For the remainder of the night, I join at the top of Mount Ulorn. Nervous, glaring down at the city of Nolus, worried.
The influence of Lon on the city of Nolus relaxes. Inch by inch, the many buildings on the surface of the city descend and reform into the earth. The walls too, albeit more slowly, descend. The only thing visible across the city is the great net of stone wool, surrounded by cross-armed golems.
Shocked at the descending city, I quickly begin to fly over to what now replaces it. I fly far above the golems, and I shout down, "What has happened? Where is the city?"
Several proud golems respond to your shouts. We Chtonians have retreated within the earth. You, Starchild, take our last gift, this net to capture your serpent in.
No, you can't just leave. What do you mean you retreated into the earth? I have a message for your leader. I have a message for Lon.
A cross-armed golem says, "Speak then, and the message will be sent to Lon."
No, I can't just tell you. It's a message for him.
The golem turns and melds, says, "Very well. We shall reach Lon ourselves, and he shall return." And the golem kind of melds down into the ground. Simultaneously, deep within the chamber, in the underground chambers, a small golem forms and tells Lon of the message. He begins to walk up the steps towards the surface yet again.
In my wake, I look at the net. Very large. I take one end and begin to drape it over, folding it, very rudimentary.
It shines like diamonds, almost as if made of stars, but tiny, not necessarily as cold as your stars.
Out of the earth, a final gaping entrance appears, and Lon walks out across stone steps. There is a rumbling as the stone walls of Nolus continue to descend deeper and deeper. Lon looks up at the figure of Starchild. He says, "How did your your parley with the dragons go?
Well, rather well, and I think that this is a gift from me, holding the net up. This is, many of my worries have gone, and I am grateful. But I have a message for you, and I needed to tell you before it was too late. I need to know, though, your people, your subterranean race, do you live, where do you go when you are underground?
Where we go, we remain with our people. We form tight-knit groups. We are insular. We are industrious.
No, I mean,
we dwell in the dark.
That way. Do your people go that way? And I point to the north with my spear. Within the ground.
Lon gives a shrug and says, beneath the earth, we travel as we choose. Do you have something to warn us about?
Yes. If your people go that way, then they will be doomed. This is not territory. The dragons have told unto me a secret. Whatever you do not go that way within the ground. All other directions are fine, but not that one.
This sounds like typical dragon arrogance, to claim a part of the earth, to rule it out from us, the brave and industrious Chtonians. Tell me what will happen if my people go that way.
It is no. I can tell it would be whatever words I use won't illustrate it as the dragons have illustrated it to me. May I lift you from your earth and show you?
Lon thinks to lose contact with the earth is perhaps the most dangerous thing. But when it comes down to it, he nods and lifts up his arms. Show me.
Chronicler's in the far inside the entrance, sketching the moment.
I grab my spear closer to its head, and I offer out the shaft, the bottom half of the shaft.
Lon grasps it.
Weightlessly, I begin to use the spear as a focus for lifting the two of us higher into the sky, pointing its head to the north.
Detached from the ground, Lon feels helpless. His great strength of geomancy completely worthless. He feels true fear for the first time in his existence as he travels further up into the cold air.
I keep myself facing Lon the entire trip up and nod to him. It is okay. I understand. You now see why I refuse to enter your domain.
Yes, the sky and the earth have always been opposed. Please hurry. the lower eyelid of Lawn twitches and a small tear begins to form.
Never opposed, just parallel. And when we get high enough to see the lands outstretched, I let go of my spear, and leaving Lon on it alone, and move my body to his side so that he can see due north. My father's essence.
Full of darkness. A little bit of earth around it keeps changing states from gas to liquid to solid. With the few little life forms changing to reptile to mammal to insect as flesh falls off, bones continue and break apart, forming different forms of life, but no relief from the changing. And as the around this large pool, the farther it gets, the slower the changing becomes.
I do not believe that this wave of mutation is surface level. I believe it penetrates the earth entirely. So that is why I say, whatever you do, do not meet it.
Lon nods. I understand the dark force of chaos emanating here. It is strong. It travels quickly beneath the earth, and it can harm my people. I will stop them from traveling to it.
Logos has told me of his plan. He wants to escape it. I don't know if it's possible, but he has told me that when he has done so, that he will come for everybody, including your people, with an offer of escape. Do keep that in mind, lest your rivalry continue.
Lon is fearful, deep in thought, but says, I will dwell on this. Please, set me down.
I motion my spear to begin descending. Myself staying within the sky.
Sliding through the cold air at increasing speed until Lon lands softly on the ground. I will not forget what you've shown me, Starchild. And he puts two hands upon the ground, forming a cavern down to his domain, and begins to slide down, attempting to stop the families that were traveling north from encountering the chaos.
Despite the distance, I motion my spear to sink quickly beneath the hem of the net and hook it and begin to bring it up into the sky to meet me.
On Mount you learn Logos inside a chamber within the large calcified dragon. It's etching on the walls with its large claws. Three-dimensional glyphs with another dragon on the corner. It mentions
Once I finally discover the opposite of creation, we shall put an end to the madness of chaos.
Think we'll Starchild before we finish.
I was going to fly on back with the net.
Long.
Yes. So, lawn, deep within the central chamber, the tunnels leading all directions across the surface of the earth, tries to send a message to the family that set out due north, but the chaos within the earth blocks that. So that one family, the family of Quaz, a Chthonian, heads north unknowingly through the earth. The golems spreading the tunnel, heading towards disaster.
And we hold it off here.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Hey, we had some people jump in.
Yeah.
Some homies.
The Rock Eater. The Rocketeer. Is that the Rock Eater?
Yeah.
That's our good friend Mo. Hey man, good. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
No, don't go to the shrine.
Good instinct, Starchild, on not going to the underground shrine.
Seps and Camille got some bad juju between them.
Yeah.
It's funny because they never met yet.
Yeah.
They
We didn't.
unknowingly they sang together. You know.
Yeah, they kind of split apart, and then that was their last conversation. But perhaps someday.
They still represent the law and chaos kind of vibe. So
yeah,
their children feel it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I think.
Can you I just want to go over the comments before we go into talking about what happened.
Absolutely.
Say thank you to Elf Hunter showed up. Who's this guy?
Fellas, ladies.
Phil showed up. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
We had Zonar. Zonar said something that I think we all agree. It's really difficult to play larger than life characters. Huge respect. It's interesting. I will talk a little bit about that. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna roleplay the God of Stars and Earth. No biggie. Yeah, definitely some prep on the PC side for sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Uriah, amen. Sad imagines me a falcon. I guess I did not describe the physical appearance of the dragons as much. The reign of chaos, I believe it was going to be. Yeah, and Phil said it was a cool watch. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
We were expecting some like fights to happen, but things did not go that way.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what happened. Let's talk about what happened.
Sure.
Let's chronicle.
Yes,
So I love playing evil characters. And evil
I had the vibe of like, wait, he's playing the Power Ranger villain again.
Yeah.
But as far as like chronicling it, I was just gonna add the idea of like, okay, so what is like the the fable of this? You know, like what has this session established?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like big, like what could be remembered in the setting, I think it is like the coming of chaos. That there's this stuff is growing.
Gotcha.
I think that's a big lesson. I don't think we got to the point of like using the net, trapping the serpent. We didn't get there yet. You established the clone of Starchild that may become relevant in the future, depending on the character's relationship. But I think that might have been avoided, depending on how the relationship continues. You know.
Yeah. So, I'll just kind of state the obvious, which is that it's difficult to follow exactly what's happening because we're speaking so mythically or talking about that. So my understanding is that Logos was creating the afterlife or kind of heaven, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't quite understand what was entailed there, but I don't know if it was clear.
Nicholas dropped some fucking bombs in that one with him doing the heaven thing and at the end implying that he wants to make death. I'm like,
yeah.
It's because the way I'm playing, like, because Logos is intelligence, so it's like the first notion of noticing things. So I'm trying to play him as he can see ahead because he can figure stuff out, and he realized, hold on, like this is a curse because there's some like sickness in the air and we cannot die.
Right.
So his plan is I'm gonna create like a place where the dragons can stay safe to figure out a cure, like death. And once that's figured out, okay, now we can go like descend and like save the ones who are worth saving.
Right.
Until we figure like either a cure or something, you know. So
okay,
that's why his first goal is let's create a safe haven.
That's
like
perfect. Though,
yeah.
So that is not how I understood it, and I think it works well for Starchild being naive. Because the way I understood it was he's going to create somewhere to run away to, because Starchild lives in the fucking stars. So it's like, okay, he wants to create a star haven for everybody else, but that's not Logos' plan at all. He just wants to create a lab to make the cure and then come down with it.
Yeah, because he's still attached to Earth. It's still like, nah, like this is my world. I have to save it.
Okay.
This is how he sees it.
Was the kind of like the sickness that you mentioned, was that an emanation of chaos?
Yeah, because Wonka Chunk, he mentioned like 1,000 times illness, disease. So like I wanted to bring it back.
Okay.
There is disease, but there is no death.
Yep.
So,
right.
Like Logos realized that, like observing stuff. It's like, yeah, we gotta do something about that.
I see. I interpret that like slightly different. I thought you were like, your plan was like literally create heaven, and then send
it will kind of be, yeah.
But you're saying something slightly different, which is like you're creating kind of like a laboratory.
But it is going to be like a heaven as well. Like his plan, like kind of opening up the book here.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lab. Once we figure stuff out, and like I create death or either a cure or death. Now we can turn the lab into a place for the souls.
Okay.
You know.
Got it. All right. I think that makes sense, because I definitely had the impression that you were creating heaven, and this was going to kind of break the cycle. So the chaos part is not merely kind of like the entropy of living and like getting a stubbed toe and it never being able to heal for eternity. You're talking it's kind of a separate thing as well, which is kind of like chaos sickness.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm getting at is
what
like,
I interpreted from what Wonka Chunk.
Yeah. So it's not merely kind of like entropy as in aging or like physical
I think
harm
it might
accumulating, but it could also be a separate like chaos sickness.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, you know.
Okay.
The thing I kind of alluded to in the middle of that was when Logos was talking to Starchild, the bit on, well, have you ever? I think I referenced how humans interact with Sepus's essence, and I liked the vibe of the way that humans change is because they were tasked to explore the dichotomy of Sepus and I'm forgetting
Kamu
of Sepus and Kamu, because the first man forgot it, didn't realize, he didn't understand it. So that's the job of humans. So I like the idea that the way that humans change is by manipulating Sepus's essence. So there is like, and that's how they make more of them. Maybe they do procreate, but like there's some amount of like man molding that they have to do using chaos, quote unquote. So that opens the door for like chaos factions and other freakadoodle humans down the line.
Got it.
But like otherwise, at the moment, the only way that people change is by using that chaos essence because they don't age necessarily.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe the equivalent to aging is something like overuse of Sepis. You know, no birth as well, right? Overuse of Sepis like makes you lose your mind or something.
Yeah.
So they avoid it.
Yeah, on the no birth, no death. That's something I was thinking of. Logos is trying to set some order there. Because that's something that Chris came up with, but the way the dragons, true dragons, the Dracamo, if you cut a piece of them, depending on the size of it, it becomes either like a lesser dragon or like a drake or something. But that's not really like procreation. They cannot make more true dragons.
Right. Yeah.
You can only make like something a step below.
The essence is still replicating itself to a lesser degree, but it's still you know it's separating, dividing, separating, dividing.
Yeah, but
So
there's a fine number
cool.
of like the real like godly dragons.
Yeah,
and Logos wants to like set up. He really wants to make a kingdom, like set up order, have like things flow
right
naturally.
I really, really like that because a lot of the time in a lot of like mythologies or like pulp stuff, you'll have chaos. Everything was chaos, but then order repurposes it and so on. But the way we did it wasn't chaos to law. It was chaos and law are begin simultaneously. And it's easier to comprehend, and like we did, it's easier to establish stuff. You know, it's chaotic. But I really liked what you did with Kamu because now it's almost like Kamu knew he wouldn't be around or he couldn't be around and that his job would take a long time. So he set up the dragons to be there to continue his job because he started off at a disadvantage out the gate.
Yeah, I think that's
an interpretation
kind of true.
Yeah.
I think that like yeah, I think that's true. I think that Kamu's creation was very slow compared to everything else. So it makes sense that like he did a couple things and then he was spent, and so it's just like, okay, we need to do something new. And I think we one of the things that was established with Kamu very early on in the previous session was that like he was like, Logos, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah,
get out there.
I'm turning into rocks now. Like okay,
I'm donezo. Yeah. So yeah, I have kind of like a bunch of like weird headcanon for this Lawn character. But like I'm imagining him as kind of like Kamu with like a midlife crisis where he's like, I'm gonna live for me, you know. I've got my own thing. Like I've got my second family, those fucking dragons. Like so I was imagining that as kind of like a selfish and midlife crisis Kamu reincarnation. I also this is just kind of like one thing I really wanted to do was world build my awesome evil villain ideas.
Yeah.
So
that's what Phil's comment was very cool when you were giving all of them earth powers when you were establishing the earth bending.
Yeah. Awesome. So like there's kind of like I've got actually even like an appendix N for this idea that I want to do, which is having a specific race of fantasy creatures that only that their main thing is golem creation, and that's like basically all they do, but that's like the foundation of everything they do.
Cool.
So there's a book called The Kiln People that I haven't read, but basically the idea is that you create a copy of yourself that's like branched off at that moment, and it's just as intelligent as you, it's just as capable, but it has a limited lifespan. So a lot of what the society is built around is preparing yourself emotionally to become something like that, because when you create it, you have to twin yourself off. So like You get what I'm saying here? Which is like, if you created a copy of yourself and you were like, oh, this copy, like, it's disposable and I think it sucks. Well, that's just going to be a copy of you, so it's going to be fucking pissed off. So this process isn't going to work. So if you have a society that's based on, this is the way we dominate the world, is we have to do this. So it's kind of like that. So I really like this idea as kind of like this villain race, this manipulator race that spreads along the earth, and they have like these thousands of golems that are always doing this work, but they're ensconced in these little facilities, these little compounds underneath the earth. So that was the main thing that I wanted to do with the Chtonians. The Rocketeer, what do they look like?
Well, let's go through order.
Sure.
Question here: are humans still from the future? Weirdly, I think yes, right?
They're so the thing was that they're from the past, quote unquote. We play in the present, but if somebody were to die, they get thrown back. Their soul gets thrown back in time, and that is the current process of reincarnation.
Right.
So how far back, that kind of stuff, that it's left to whatever. Because at the moment we haven't played with humans, we haven't seen them yet. But I'm sure that when we get to that point, we can establish things like, oh, I've lived 3 times, and I might be 20, but I've been I've learned to. I'm a really good basket weaver. You know what I mean? Like, I've been a basket weaver for 3 lifetimes at this point.
I also think that the next session could be the heroes of ARAN. We could play like mortals, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Our question is: was Lon the magic earth and metals made into gold? Not necessarily. He came from the blood, right?
Yeah.
He was also a cast off in his own weird way.
Yeah, he was excrement. He was excrement. He is Klipa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like the last lifeblood of the chamber of the heart chamber of Kamu, and these formed into a race of stone people that weren't specifically created for any purpose. That's why I like that idea for kind of like the unbidden race. Like, they're not supposed to be here really. But like, in terms of what they look like, there's kind of like I'm thinking of a specific Elden Ring monster, if you'll forgive me.
If you want to like share your screen, I can present. I can show.
Yeah. It is where are they?
I like the description of how Starchild looks. He's like the most ethereal, with all the spirits so far. I thought it was pretty cool.
I kind of think of I've been envisioning the Chtonians kind of like the Kunari from Dragon Age, personally.
I don't know the Kunari, but one second. Let me look up the monster.
Like Dragon Orc people.
Kind of. I'm kind of vibing with the Dragon Age 1 where they were a bit more human-y. They were just kind of like rough-skinned.
Yeah, he's part of the flesh lawn. Logos is the first living thing. He was like ripped. He was deliberately ripped off to be made a small chameleon in a way. And he ended up becoming like intelligence, the god of intelligence, or concept of intelligence. So I'm playing him like the first wizard, like the first wise man, or wise dragon, I suppose. So the kobolds, like, oh yeah, the Titans create them too as a servant race.
I shared a hyperlink to you, Nicholas, if you can look at that.
I like what I imagined them, but a bit more purple.
Yeah. God of the flesh and excrement of Kavu. I suppose so.
Oh, sure.
So this is kind of like my mental image of what the Chtonians look like, which is that they're gray, they're extremely tall, they're made out of some sort of stone stuff or whatever.
It's Elric of Melnibone without his medicine.
What's that?
It's Elric of Melnibone without his medicine.
Oh, the reference is lost on me, but I
okay. That's what I was-
Yeah, that's actually really close to what I was picturing in my mind as well. Even the kind of the curly hair,
Yep.
even somehow. Did you say curly hair?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
did I just...
Wavy.
Yeah, the
I
wavy
like
hair.
the joints are stars, so he's kind of
Yeah.
like his own constellation. That
Yeah,
is
I
like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
most striking
Little
thing.
generic. So I like the idea of joints.
yeah.
I haven't seen the other episodes, so nothing makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. I mean, obviously, this is going to be hard to follow for anyone.
Who are you people?
Yeah.
I wrote down a few notes to update to our thing or log. So stone clone of Starchild, the
Mhm.
Chtonians spread underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaos is spreading.
Chaos is spreading. Yeah. One thing I was thinking, and I think this is probably a subtext that everyone's doing, which is basically you want to set up crazy shit for the heroes to deal with as well, right? Which is like you want to do world building. That's
I don't know if I'm playing with that meta in mind.
Okay.
I'm playing logos like I would play if I were just a PC. Like I have this goal, I want to logos rather. He wants to deal with the changing, and he wants to create like a safe place. First as laboratory, then second as a place for the souls. Because if he figures out death, then where the souls are gonna go, you know? So
gotcha. It might be that I'm just playing them too meta, but I'm just like trying to do a whole bunch of villain caverns all over the world. Is what I'm thinking about.
Just to finish the points I wrote down, because I need you to confirm if this is right.
Sure.
I wrote down logos wish to figure death of the body and create a heaven. Humans change like through the goo deliberately, studying it. Humans do some gene editing through chaos essence. Would that be like fair?
Absolutely.
Any other points of like what happened today?
Lon created a net to trap the serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's this plan, but I think the morals will not be aware of that. And I mean, you guys will remember when we go back to gods. So I don't know if we have to write that. I mean, we have the plan of capturing the serpent, and ideally, I want Wonka Chunk to be here so he can roleplay the serpent, because things could get out of hand, you know.
Cool. So you're talking about kind of like specific things that have been established about the universe
for
that
the mortals.
we need to know for playing as mortals.
Yeah.
So not just kind of like this happened. It was like people can die now or whatever. Like that sort of like status.
Just so we can be informed, because I want to bring in visitors to the game. Like I want to open up the game for the heroes. Because I think that one we can have like a total different cast too, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, I would say I feel like I did a bunch of stuff, but it wasn't kind of like cosmic order stuff. It was like
which is fine.
Environmental stuff. It was like here's this, here's that, here's this quest, here's this quest.
Your people now can earthbend or kiln bend or kill that situation. So
stone shaping, geomancy. Yeah,
that race now has that established.
And I suppose you could play as a Chthonian, you know, as well, like a non-godly Chthonian.
Yeah, it's Chtonian
for heroes.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be.
Now.
This would be. You would really have to drizzt it up, you know, where it's like you really got to be rejecting what your people do, because I'm imagining them as being kind of like paranoid, paranoid. They only work through golems. Like you never see them face to face because it's always just like a golem handling you a letter or something like that.
Plays one of the golems.
Yes, you can play as one of the golems.
Being controlled by one of them,
Yeah, that's great.
Just to answer Mo here, I don't think Seps made the medals. I think it was all Camu.
Yeah, the Camu specifically, like I think his last act was making veins of
like
metal in the earth.
Yeah. And how do you play the game if you haven't watched everything is my question. There's a document that we're trying to like make it really concise of this is what happened, like what you need to know, and that's it.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is kind of like the mythology isn't necessarily required
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
players in like if you're doing hero mode, or I guess even just God mode, you can just be like, here's the world and I'll do stuff to it.
Yeah.
The big notes are going to be how the mortal races interact and how they function. Beyond that, like as far as like cultures are concerned, beyond this one city that no longer exists, there aren't really any cultures.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of the work for the hero game could be establishing those cultures when you're playing as those mortals.
Mhm.
That would be cool if we do establish some, and then like whatever happens with the cosmic fallout of what happens when they do the serpent thing might affect the cities as well. That could
Cool,
be very
yeah. So do you want to? So are you kind of pitching that like next game is a mortal game?
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of what we agreed on Session 0, right? We have like God game, hero game, God game, hero game.
Yeah, I'm down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would love to play as a human or an automaton. We've got the Cro-Magnons, right, or whatever.
Yeah, the automatons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. And
That'd
there
be
are a
cool.
lot of many beasts on the land, so there are a lot of stuff that could happen.
Mhm.
Even perhaps we can get a little bit into like dying, like Dom said. Like I've been 20 for the last millennia.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. If we play as heroes, where in a world where death doesn't exist, we may have to kind of like figure out the mechanics a little bit more, like because
It's like if they sever your brainstem, your soul skedaddles, like you get flushed into
I mean,
the
like in game terms, you're dead. It's just that this character can show up again later on.
Right. But
in another session.
we also established retroactive reincarnation.
Yeah.
So am I going to have the past lives of however X more generations, or is it just my soul is like that and my mind is not? Like, because if it's the mind, then that's kind of like super mind bending.
I think it was kind of like it's up to you kind of thing until we actually like have like a weird character creation system that goes into that detail like Nephilim does. That because in Nephilim, it's a game where it's a game of reincarnation. If you choose mechanically to have multiple past lives, then you are weaker out the gate magically, like when you actually play the game. So if we're not getting into that level of detail, it's just up to you. Like if you want to be, if you want to have that detail, then go for it. Like I was there from the beginning.
Well, yeah, but you were there from the end, actually, right?
Yeah. I see what you mean. Absolutely, I've seen what will happen. That's awesome.
Yeah. Because
you don't have the Forge God yet. Okay, let me.
Yeah, because it could be kind of like, all right, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna talk kind of like my idea for the introduction of death. There may be kind of like a boundary line. And so all the souls before the boundary line are migrating and flowing and stuff. Mm-hmm. But once their death is established, then that becomes more of a, here's a soul, you die. Yeah. Here's a soul, you die. Like this could be like, so it could be your future. You remember the establishment of death, but you don't remember beyond that. In the future. I don't know. I don't know. That's an interesting question for the heroes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess we could talk scheduling offline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any last thoughts, I think?
No, I loved it. I had a lot of fun. I think we had I think I would say we had a lot more interaction in this God sesh.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of the objective, on to see how things would would play out, But very, very awesome, very cool. We need to get some art going so you can have your little things, your little guys there.
It's gonna be real hard. just do more AI, but
yeah.
Can't really have established characters in a game where we keep changing characters.
Yeah, I mean the gods probably stay a little while longer.
Oh, yeah.
So just this comment, worship of death, because it's currently unattainable. I don't even think like that people realize that could be, that's a concept that's beyond them. Because like What do you mean? Like, universe was created yesterday. What is that? Like, what are you talking about? Why I'm playing that Logos kind of is thinking ahead because I'm playing him as the intelligence, the god of intelligence. So he's like, oh, like if like there's sky, there's earth, there's water, there's fire. So if there's creation, there has to be an opposite, and he's trying to like mathematically break the code,
Absolutely.
And that maybe can be a leeway for someone who wants to play the God of Death next time. We can say that maybe
I made it.
Figure it out. Yeah.
Here it is. But yeah, at the moment, but I do like the fact that you lit a fire under Logos' ass because he's like, I gotta do this now. If I don't do this now, then my dad's rival is gonna come. He's gonna manifest in some messed up way through all this mutation and sickness. So I gotta cut that off.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's died yet, Zonalar.
No. As far as like literally, maybe nobody died. I mean, I guess Logos mentioned something about people just. I think he mentioned so maybe stuff has been killed already.
Yeah,
like for eating, like maybe some of the beasts are hunted down, and like he sees that they reappear and keep changing. So I was like, oh,
yeah. You did mention like organs falling off or something like that.
Mm-hmm. The mutations.
I mentioned flesh, decay, like that.
Like I can definitely see the Chtonians like rivaling, like some tribes rivaling with the humans, just getting in each other's way, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh frick! Cramp, leg cramp.
Get that man a banana, a pickle.
Then I ate many bananas. Ow! Right on the bottom, like on the sole of your foot. Oh. Okay. See, imagine having a cramp forever. Like, I can't have that.
Yeah.
Man.
Bummer.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. So thank you everybody for showing up,
Yes.
sharing your thoughts. We'll be around sometime, likely soon. I thank Dom, Chris, and we'll see you guys around. Bye bye.